You're looking live at one of the new tracks that iRacing debuted just a couple of weeks ago. We are live from the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, the home of the All-American 400. And this is LSR TV coverage tonight on this Friday evening of the McConey Setup Shop's Fall Brawl, presented by Swag and LSR TV from Virtual Music City, USA. I am Wesley Outland. Joined alongside is Brandon Gagnon. And in the production chair is executive producer Charles Wooten. The drivers are ready to go for two divisions of racing tonight, Brandon. Legend cars on the small track, that's 4/10 of a mile, and then we get ready for the super late models, but the legends are on center stage first.
It's going to be a great night tonight. Can't wait to see this track. Been waiting for this track for a long time. Going to see some good side-by-side racing. Let's go.
Let's take a look at the race information presented by Race on Texas. And by the way, don't forget, order the Lone Star 600 next weekend on raceontexas.com. You don't want to miss it. A 25-minute practice session is just down to the home stretch. We'll have single car qualifying to highlight all of these legend car drivers. 2 laps on the clock. Top 10 will transfer. And then there's one hooligan race, Brandon. Only one. A 10-lap heat race. Caution laps do count for that race, and only the top 5 advance. 15 legend cars will battle it out for 30 laps with no caution laps counting as the main event here on the small 4/10 mile.
Going to see a lot of tight racing, a lot of guys trying to get to that top 5 and get there quick because those laps are going to go by fast.
This is such a unique racetrack, the Kevlar overhead grandstand, and I said that I got to give props to everybody that created this iRacing setup of the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, because I've had the privilege, and I will again this year, to be one of the lead announcers for the All-American 400, the big show coming up in November. This track, everything looks exactly like the real deal. If you literally closed your eyes and you went from a virtual version to the real Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, besides knowing that this is a simulation, Brandon, you would really feel like you're in the same place.
I've always wanted to make it there, never been there, but after seeing this and pictures of it and what me and you have talked about off air on how this track looks, it's very impressive. Great work by these guys, and ready to finally see some racing.
Going to be a fun time. Hey, let's take a look at the weather conditions right now as we prepare for tonight's event at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway for the McConey Setup Fall Brawl on LSR TV. Partly cloudy skies virtually. 65 degrees, a nice fall night. 3-mile-per-hour wind, 67 degrees track temperature, only 2 degrees difference. And Brandon, obviously cool conditions are good for race cars, whether legends or the super late models later tonight, because it lets the motors breathe. Virtual or reality, we should see some really exciting times being put down in qualifying.
Yeah, they're going to be fast. They're going to be real fast, and people don't understand it. When you have cool conditions, it allows the driver to really do whatever he wants to do with the car, because he's going to have full horsepower through and through, and we'll see some fast times and some really good racing.
So the stage is set. The McConey Setup Shop Fall Brawl for the Legends when we return. Qualifying next on your home for sim racing, LSR TV. Back in a moment.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back to the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway LSR TV broadcast coverage on this rainy Friday for a lot of people in the South. I know I'm up in Kentucky getting ready for a race broadcast tomorrow, and I'll tell you what, Brandon, I know it's been raining in Bristol, Tennessee. It's been raining in North Carolina. It's been raining all over in the Southeast Mid-Atlantic. So hope everybody enjoys this entertainment tonight.
Feels good to see a dry track, because here in North Carolina, there's nothing dry.
Qualifying is set to get underway as these drivers get ready to lock in and put the best 2 laps on the racetrack for them. Up first is going to be the car number 83. You'll see the information on the bottom of the monitor here with all of their information, their times. And look at this, Brandon, a real live time stop clock.
That's unbelievable. I love it. Finally.
William Klingbeil on the racetrack in the car number 83 comes to us out of Northwest Ohio. Married with my wife of 34 years. That's his sponsor. And behind him, Jonathan Tuckness in car number 22. He'll be the next qualifier to Spokane, Washington, of the car number 83. No sponsors on his machine, so if anybody is interested in wanting to sponsor him, let him know. There's Jonathan Tuckness now, as he'll make his way off of turn number 4. And by the way, it does look like they're doing group qualifying. They're not doing single car qualifying. As you see, the time's going by real quickly, but a 14.603 on his first lap. And look at this, Brandon. We're watching Tuckness, and he's about to put his second lap on the board. You're seeing his fastest lap to the right, the current lap ticking down, and here it comes.
We're about to see some loose cars. These guys are pedaling the throttle coming off of 4 real bad, so you're going to see a lot of loose cars in this.
Speaking of Eric Warden, he goes around to the number 44 machine, so a problem for Warden. He'll have to start over again. Eric Warden in the number 44. Giving us a little scare. Eric Warden comes to us out of Flower Mound, Texas in the Boat Road Anchor Poles entry number 44. He's on clock now. Makes his way down the front straightaway. First lap after he spun, lost time. 19.1 double nickel, 19.155 for Eric Warden on the back straightaway. As right now looks like Redzoff is the man that's setting the bar over Payne, Tuckness, and Warrens. Here comes Warden back across the line. Obviously a better lap than the first, and a 14.919 for Eric Warden. So again, legend cars on the racetrack qualifying. We got about 6 more left to go.
Yeah, and you can see there's a big time difference in the top 5, or top 3, I should say. But again, it's going to be a lot of throttle control. You'll see some good lap times put down, but we'll see how it carries on through the race when these tires heat up.
And you're looking now at David Trumbley out of Toledo, Ohio, in the Dogecoin and Bitcoin number 96 machine. We'll see what times he turns. Down the front straightaway, white flag, 15.638. His current lap, fastest lap will be the first one, 15.273. Looks like there might be giving him another lap there. That was actually his dead lap, as he's actually getting ready to come to take the checkered flag here this time by. And a 15.711. So 15.273 will be the best time for David Trumbley. Looks like Trumbley's just making some hot laps now, it looks like. And it looks like guys like Fowler, Galja, Hendra, Desparis, Woodard, Bruggeman, all of these drivers are not going to take time, or they're actually not going to compete tonight. So right now, 16 have took time so far, Brandon Gagnon.
I'm assuming they're not going to compete, because with this type of track, you need that track position early, because if you don't get it now, it's going to be hard to get it during the race.
Yeah, I think you're 100% correct on that for sure. So definitely we'll see what goes on. As there's about less than 40 seconds remaining in qualifying, and we will have the field set. This is the McConey Setup Shops Fall Brawl. Tyler Payne and everybody involved with it. Of course, also thanks to Jeff McConey. Brandon, you kind of know a little more about McConey Setup Shops. Talk about all the cool things they do with setup shops in iRacing virtually.
If you guys are looking for a setup to be able to compete with, McConey's the way to go. I've been able to run a lot of his setups and be competitive with them. And no matter how much you know the track or don't know the track, usually he's set up. And now we see Kyle Fowler's trying to make a last-minute run.
A last-ditch effort now for the man of the number 5. Here comes Kyle Fowler in the number 5 machine. We'll see what he can do on clock. He comes to us, of course, on Speedway now. Kyle Fowler out of Chesterfield, Virginia. The Swag, Wraps, Tunmar, Engineering, CMO Screen Printing, JB Landscaping and Leaf Removal, Lisa Levy Realtor, Matt Coe, Mark Breeden, Tyler Hughes Motorsports, Angel Treats Bakery, number 5. Now that guy's got some sponsors.
He's got some sponsors, but he came up short. He did not complete a lap in qualifying, so he will be starting in the back like we talked about. That's going to be a huge disadvantage.
All right, without a further ado, let's give you your starting lineup. Cue up some of that awesome dramatic music. I love it. Behind the scenes, executive producer Cody Wooten always does an awesome job. Charles Wooten. Starting lineup presented by Waltz Beard Co. Let's give you your lineup on the pole. Parker Retzouth. He will be in the number 2 car. On the outside, Tyler Payne in the 18 from Manassas, Virginia, row 1.
Row 2, you got the 22 of Jonathan Tuckness and the number 90 of Dennis Warrens.
Moving on to row number 3, Eric Still in 32. Brady Campbell will be in the 16.
Row 4, you got the 43 of Eric Warden and the number 8 of Gregory Moon.
Row number 5, David Polins in the 33 and Joseph Ralph in the 35.
Row number 6, the 77, Kevin Blackburn, and the 96 of David Trumbley.
Row number 7, Jeffrey Wallace in the 99, Luke Brown in the 21. So there's your lineup as the drivers get ready to get into place. So here's the deal. All these legend cars on track, they're going to go 10 laps, 1 race, top 5 transfer to the feature for 30 laps, and caution laps do count in this race. It's pretty much, you got to be smart. You want to knock off 10 laps and do it right. Don't wreck the field. We'll see what these drivers can do, but in the end, I think once we get past halfway, all bets are off. Brandon, they're going to fight for these last 5 starting spots.
Hey, if you're starting anywhere from 7th to 10th, you're praying there's no caution, because if these caution flags do count, you do not want to see a caution starting in the back.
The field is now rolling at the toe of the iRacing pace car Ford Mustang, and they're not going to waste any time. They're going to come to the green flag. Coming up here in just a moment, they will go 10 laps. Caution laps do count. Top 5 will make it in to the McConey Setup Shop Fall Brawl for the Legend cars. Another lap on the racetrack, 1 to go indication being given. Obviously, Legends are different than late models. Brandon, 20 seconds. What do you think we're going to see here for this event?
You're going to see a lot of pushing with that front bumper. It might be cold in the stands, but it's going to be hot on the track. This is going to be interesting.
Let's see what happens as the pace car will again have the lights off. He's going to pick up acceleration and scamper away from the rest of the field as they get ready to go around the small 4/10 mile here at Nashville. Off of turn number 4 to the line. Green is in the air. We're underway. They're bumping, banging, and already crashing on the start.
Nobody hesitated. Early jumps, early wrecks. That was unexpected.
Calamity, a swag caution, and behind that is a swag instant replay presented by Swag E-Wraps and Grap Sim Division, located in Radford, Virginia. Let the Sharks, Billy and Rhonda Smith, take care of your wrapping needs, business, commercial, racing, virtual, or reality. Watch this, Brandon. You saw it all come unglued.
I don't know where the second place car was going. He jumped real high to get a good run, but it caused 3 cars to get below him. It might have been a missed shift or something, but he stacked them up.
Stacked up the pack for sure. Look at that.
But once again, it proved me wrong. I said you don't want to caution if you're starting in the back, but you got Fowler all the way up to 2nd now.
Craziness for sure. We'll see how this all turned out as we go under the yellow flag here. And here's the thing, they took the green. We're knocking off laps. We're already 2 laps in.
Yeah, once again, if you got stuck in the back, it looks like a couple guys are still going to remain towards the front, depending on where that yellow came out, where they're at.
Again, caution coming out on the start. Look, I don't know how they're going to reset things here. Honestly, I would think the second place car that kind of started that wreck would probably go to the tail because, I mean, he started it. Look at him driving up on the top of the wall. I'm trying to figure out where he's going. Could it be a handling issue on the 96? What do you think could be causing that there for him?
I don't think it would be handling this early unless he spun the tires or missed a shift. There's no reason that he would have started that high and dropped like that.
Right. The Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, that is the place we are at in the Music City under the yellow flag. We'll try to reset it again and try to start this thing over again.
The scoring monitor is working its way out. You still see them trying to get in position to where they're supposed to be at.
All right, let's see what happened here. Getting everybody back into place. And they're literally wasting time under caution, using up these laps. I would hate for them not to be able to get it in, but here we go out of turn 4. We're going to come to a start now. Single file. Legend cars scattered all over the place. Green in the air. Fowler on the jump in the 5. Might have struggled in qualifying, but he looks really, really good down the back straightaway. He's out in front in 3.
He looks fast coming out of 4. Let's see if he holds on to it. Yep, he's pedaled down and he's doing good.
Cross the line. Another lap of the board here. As we are underway in the McConey Setup Shop Fall Brawl on LSR TV. 3 laps to go. Got one down to the bottom of the racetrack with a problem. And we got a caution waving as well. Another swag caution. And I want to say it's Browns in 21. The same car that's been having issues. And from starting second, now putting us under the yellow flag. He's on the pit lane. And here is a replay presented by Swag of what happened to the 96 car of Trumbull.
He's had a lot of problems from the start, and it looks like it blew up on him. But he's stopped and kept going. Not sure how they're gonna assess that, but he made a stop.
Wow, I don't know how they're gonna decide that one or what they're gonna think of this one for sure.
Regardless, I don't see him being able to come back from the laps down at this point, so he is gonna have to park it.
Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, race number 1 underway. We're in the heat race format coming up later tonight on the big 5/8 mile, the super late models. Hey, by the way, shameless plug, the 36th running of the All-American 400 will be here at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway in reality in the Music City, October 31st and November 1st. They just released tickets available for that event. Looking forward, Brandon, to being on the broadcast call for that event. This will be my 5th All-American 400, and hopefully you can be able to join it. And if not, we will have, of course, coverage with broadcasts. The All-American 400, as a matter of fact, last year was on MAV TV for Short Track America. So definitely the Nashville race never disappoints for sure.
No, not at all. It's a great race to watch.
And by the way, for more information on how you can start your iRacing career, log on to iRacing.com and become a part of the McConey Setup Shop, the American iRacing League, the Northwest Racing Trucker Cup Series, Swag, the Outlaw Super Late Model Series, whatever you're interested in. And by the way, Sunday, Brandon, the Martinsville E300. Now, that's going to be a big show on LSR TV and CRN Sports as well as iRacing Live.
If you guys, I don't care what you have planned, cancel it all. The E300 is going to be a blast, and it's going to be a lot of good racing. We're going green.
So the green flag will come back in the air. It'll be a 2-lap shootout, or 3-lap shootout, if you will. Green-white checker coming up here, and on the jump, it's Fowler. He pulls away. Down the back straightaway, Brandon. They're coming for the white flag. 1 to go, and the swag 1 to go this time by.
We're going to see if there's going to be a battle in the back here for that last transfer spot.
Final lap in the swag, 1 to go. Waiting to see what top 5 will transfer. It is Fowler, Blackburn, Klingbull, Wallace. Brown is the final man. Will he make it in? Checkered flag for Kyle Fowler. And there they are. The first 5 cross the line, are in to the show.
Those caution flags definitely hurt a lot of people, like we talked about before that heat started.
So let's take a look at the heat race results of so when it's all said and done, again, Kyle Fowler out of the driver in the number 5 machine doing a phenomenal job out of Chesterfield, Virginia. And as well as 5 other drivers making it in. Now we get ready for the exciting one. What do you take of the 10-lap race that we're going to see differently in the 30-lap feature as we see these A-Main Legend cars now having a quick warm-up session before that A race next?
The 30 laps, you're definitely going to see more patience. That's a given. I mean, you got 30 laps. If you overdrive early, it's just going to cost you early, and you can't do that. The patience is going to be key at a short track like this in the Legends.
We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will give you the starting lineup. We'll prepare for this event. It's the McConey Racing Setup Shops Fall Brawl. McConey Setups Fall Brawl. When we continue from virtual Nashville on your home for sim racing, LSR TV. Follow more details at livesimracing.com.
ETE Reman is the world's best remanufacturer of transmissions for import and domestic cars and trucks. Based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, our customers are repair shops, auto parts stores, dealerships, and distributors. And with 6 nationwide warehouses, we're where and when you need us. So when you're looking for a transmission that is like new, only better, instill confidence and install ETE Reman.
Let's go! It's in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, we're off and racing for 300 laps tonight, 300 laps tomorrow night. Look at car number 110. He said, look at me, I'm out the lead. He is right in the middle of the racetrack, ladies and gentlemen, in reverse with cars going.
Welcome back to the virtual Fairgrounds Speedway in Nashville. Wesley Outland, Brandon Gagnon, our broadcast coverage here of the McConey Setup Shop Fall Brawl. And yes, it does feel like fall outside. You got a rainy Friday. You've got cool temperatures. Even in the virtual world tonight, it's 60 degrees.
It's cold out there, but like I said earlier, it might be cold in the stands, but after what we saw in that first heat race, it's just heating up on the track.
Going to see now 15 drivers battle it out here for the main event. This is race number 1 of the McConey Setup Shop Fall Brawl on LSR TV. And again, whoa, look out. One of the things we were seeing during TV timeout, Brandon, these cars are really, really wicked loose. Why do you feel it is?
It's going to be throttle control. I mean, you've got cool temperatures out there, which, like you stated earlier, it's going to allow the motor to breathe. But if you don't feather it like you need to, you're either going to tear the tires up or you're going to spin it out, and both of those are not good.
And by the way, as we take a look at the weather conditions for this feature race coming up next, 30 laps on the small track for the Legends at Nashville, track temperature has dropped down 1 degree. 65 still the ambient temperature, wind speed still the same, but the track temp has dropped down from 67 to 66 degrees.
It'll be interesting to see what that temperature is by the end of this 30 laps if they go green.
So the field is about to get the checkered flag for their final scuff session, if you will. The warm-up session about to come to an end, and cars all scampered, crashed all over the place, spun out. Now they're going to get them reset in the pit lane and ready to introduce the starting lineup here in just a moment for this first feature event of the McConey Setup Shop Fall Brawl, sanctioned by the American iRacing League on your home for sim racing, LSR TV. The flash bulbs, the lights, the pandemonium about to build. And here's the starting lineup for this 30-lap feature. Jeffrey Wallace, fast qualifier. He's on the pole in the 99. And the 21 of Luke Brown. He'll make a row number 1. And again, oh, excuse me. Understanding that is incomplete. Let me make sure I get the right lineup for you. Here we go. On the pole, Parker Retzalf in the number 2. He's on the pole to the outside. The 18 of Tyler Payne, row 1.
Row 2, you got the 22 of Jonathan Tuckness and the number 90 of Dennis Warrens.
Eric Steele in the 32 will start 5th, and Brady Campbell in the 16 will start 6th.
Starting 7th, the 44 of Eric Warden and the number 8 of Gregory Moon.
David Polins in 33 and Joseph Routs 35. That's row 5 in your top 10. They made it in on qualifying.
Row 6, you got your heat race winner, number 5, Kyle Fowler, and number 77, Kevin Blackburn.
Mackenzie Galaja in the 12th. He starts 12th, ironically. Jeffrey Wallace in 99. William Klingbill and Luke Brown, the lineup for those drivers as they get ready to go for 30 laps. Okay, so it's a 30-lap feature. Caution laps do not count in this race, but one thing we noticed, Brandon, obviously we lost a lot of time in the heat race because of caution laps. Scratch that out the window now, but these 30 laps will go by very quickly as the field gets one to go.
They'll go by quickly, but if you're in mid to rear, be patient. Use these 30 laps to gain your track position and let it come to you.
Kind of like the Summer Shootout Series or Thursday Thunder at Atlanta or Charlotte. The legends virtually now here on the small Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Get ready to come out of turn number 4. We're ready to kick some asphalt, Legends car style, underway in the fall brawl. Well, you saw the opening laps of kicking the asphalt, and then we have a wrecking the asphalt. Caution out. We got one upside down in turn number 4.
Let's see what we had here. Let's see if it was
I want to say it's Gregory Moon, possibly. Gregory Moon in the 8 car. Swag, caution, swag, instant replay. 3 wide. You can't do that. Look at this. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, somebody lost it, and he had nowhere to go.
Eric Still in 32. Stalled, and then the number 8 machine of Gregory Moon just plowed right on in. Let's ride on board with the 8 car of Gregory Moon. Let's see what it's like, and then let's ride on board with the 32. See what his world was like when he got hit off of turn 4. What do you think, Brandon? Watch this.
Ready to see if he lost the rear end, overcorrected, and boom, nowhere to go. We called it.
Nowhere to go for Moon to go. So that's on board with the 8 car that flipped. Now let's see what it was like for the 32 of Eric Steele.
Moon was looking at the moon.
Good segue there. Dynamite drop in there, Brandon Gagnon.
Listen to this throttle control when he comes off of turn 3. He gives room where it needs to be.
And this is the one that's about to get hit from Moon. Watch this. This is Steele. Whoa, just locked it up. Wow, yeah. It happened that fast.
A lot of times when that rear end gets loose, a lot of drivers like to go ahead and hit the brake, but you're better just letting off the throttle and letting those tires roll rather than locking it up and kicking right.
Caution flag and instant replay is presented by Swag Wraps and Graphics. Let the shark of Billy and Rhonda Smith take care of all of your wrap needs, whether business, commercial, residential, and of course, reality or in racing, as well as on the real racetracks like Langley, Dominion, South Boston, Orange County, and others in the South. They have an awesome pricing available. They're located in Seaford, Virginia. Contact Swag Wraps and Graphics. And again, we are glad to have them also part of the Swag Esports division on LSR TV, as well as being a part of sanctioning the Martinsville E300 this Sunday. $1,000 to win, a grandfather clock, a big check, bragging rights of being the first ever E300 winner at Virtual Martinsville. Ready for the restart here. 2 laps in, 28 remaining when they come back to the restart box out of turn 4. Underway again at Nashville.
Big jump by the 2 car.
Red's off. Reda's laugh, the one out in front in the number 2 machine. Red's laugh, Parker Red's laugh out of Rhinelander, Wisconsin. The Panassi Eco Tracks log a load for kids entry, leading the way.
Looks like these guys are being patient and spacing each other out. We'll see what happens here once these tires get wear on them.
Tucked us to that number 2 position. You see him there trying to make a run. Is also Payne in 3rd. He about had some company from the 33. We got a caution. Caution coming out. I want to say it's the 77 car. Blackburn, another yellow flag. And Brandon, here's a look at the instant replay, sir.
Once again, it's out of turn 4, so I'll be interested to see if it was on his own or if there's contact.
So caution coming out. Let's see.
No,
Well, he
Fowler.
had help with Kyle Fowler.
If we can ride on board with Fowler, this will be interesting to see what happened.
Holy cow. Whoa, mama. Watch this. This is Fowler.
He dives it in deep here. Still got room on the outside. Here comes that famous turn 4 so far. Contact.
Stretcher's turn 4. Go contact. There you go. Yes, sir.
It's hard to go anywhere at that point. You try to get off the track, but you don't know where others are going. We'll see how that damage affects Fowler for the remainder of the race.
One of the things that you're probably going to notice when we come back for the restarts, there's a couple of gaps inside the scoring ticker. And the reason why, Brandon, is these legend cars are on such a small track and they're coming by the line so fast, sometimes scoring will not pick them up.
Who needs scoring? Nobody needs scoring, right?
Well, that's why we're along for the ride. We're your guide amongst this virtual chaos that is iRacing for the McConey Setup Shop Fall Brawl. Ready for the pace car to cut those lights off, ready to get back underway. We're only 4 laps into this thing. Or 5 laps completed, excuse me, in this event. I am noticing Jonathan Tuckness a couple of times has been flashing there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. Hopefully it cleans up and he can finish off the race because I think we're about to see a good battle. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a late caution and a battle for this win.
The lights are off on the pace car. The Ford Mustang iRacing pace car will get ready to drop onto the pit lane. Peter, the pace car driver, will now be greeted by Barney, the iRacing flag man, off of turn 4. And Retzlaff will bring him back to speed. Green flag for the Legends in turn 1.
That inside line's where you want to be on these restarts, getting a great jump on the lead.
Working their way, being off of turn 4. Retzlaff, Tuckness, Payne, Polins, Campbell, top 5. Klingberg, Wallace, Warrens, Browns, and Warden, the top 10 as it stands right now. 15 cars battling it out here. The super late models are coming up next as we continue our coverage on Live Sim Racing this Friday night for the McConey Setup Shop Fall Brawl, sanctioned by the American iRacing League. And out in front, Retzlaff has got a strong man, the man out of Wisconsin, the Cheese State, looking good as he exits 4.
He looks great, but he's not opening that gap up on Tuckness like he did before the last caution, so we'll see if Tuckness can close the gap and make this thing a race.
So Retzlaff still the man out in front. We're riding on board now with second place, Jonathan Tuckness in the 22, presented by Swag. Wow, he looked a little loose there coming off the corner out of 4.
These guys are sliding it left and right. You think there's oil on the track. I love it.
Driving a different line around the track as well in turn 4 is what they would do in 1 and 2 up on the top shelf where Grandma hides the cookies from Grandpa in the Angels Expressway, and then on the bottom of the racetrack where they're catfishing in the lake down to the inside out of turn 2 to 4.
It seems like it's hurting Tuckness. He's trying to take the shorter way around, but the run off of 4 and off of 2 by Retzlaff is opening that gap up.
Retzlaff, Tuckness, Payne, and by the way, we're coming up on halfway here in a few more laps in this 30-lap feature for the Legend cars here on LSR TV. Retzlaff has led since the drop of the green rag. Tuckness sits there back in second spot. Still got plenty of racing remaining, and for the most part, here is this green flag run we were not expecting here at Nashville.
Didn't see it coming, but patience is out the window at this point. You're single file. You better find a line to close the gap, because if you don't, you're not going to gain another position.
It's still the man out in front, Parker Retzlaff from Wisconsin in the number 1 position. Tuckness in second spotted. How about Kyle Fowler beginning to work his way through the field? Is right now that's inside the top 10 for 7th, 8th, and 9th. Brown, Wallace, and Fowler trying to get around those cars on the front stretch. And we got a caution on the speedway again.
Who says you need a clean car to make passes?
About to say we were getting ready to have a nice run to the halfway flag, but now with 16 remaining, the caution is out for They called yellow. Okay, yeah, I'm about to say they called caution. And they just ain't slowed down yet. Is it the 35 car? Maybe it's the 35 of Joseph Ralph. Let's see if something happened to the 35 car. We'll check it out here. He's really, really off the pace, Brandon.
Come across.
No, they'd already threw the caution.
I can't tell you where it happened. It's nowhere to be found right now. Is that phantom yellow?
Well, you know, Brandon, one of the things, and you're a virtual iRacer yourself, you know, you can literally tell our viewers that might be new to this in the McConey Setup Shop Fall Brawl that's watching on LSR TV, these cars can literally just get squirmish and maybe just get sideways, and they'll throw a caution immediately.
Yeah, it's unfortunate at some points, but I have to give iRacing a lot of credit because they're trying to prevent any additional wrecks that could happen. You see it in real life too. A guy smokes up the tires and they throw the yellow just to make sure there's nothing else happening.
Retzlaff, Tuckness, Payne, Polins, Campbell, top 5. Coming up on halfway, the legends at Nashville continue on LSR TV in a moment.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
After a radio and TV timeout, back for the green flag, and you're not going to miss a thing. Coming up 1 lap to halfway, green back of the air at Nashville. Battle for the lead. Tuckness looking at Ratzliff in turn 2.
Tuckness made that outside line work on the restart, but wasn't able to keep that gap closed. Let's see what he does here on the next lap or two.
So Parker Retzlaff will be able to hold off that offensive charge by Tuckness on defense. He does a good job. We're halfway home. 15 down, 15 to go. Ratzliff, Tuckness, Payne, Polins, Campbell, Fowler right now, along with Steele, Wallace, Brown, and Klingbull, the top 10. And we have another caution flag with 14 remaining.
I was ready to see that battle.
Off course, 97. Oh, no. The 99 to Jeffrey Wallace, I believe it is. Caution for him, and here's your replay, Brandon.
Let's see what happens. Goes into turn 1. He's low. Still clean, all by himself.
Well, it actually happened in front of him. That's Fowler in the 5, getting sideways on his... Oh, no. So it's Kyle Fowler with problems. Pretty much Jeff Wallace out of Aliso Viejo, California, had nowhere to go.
No, Fowler is driving hard. We'll see if it was self-inflicted or what happened there.
Let's watch the 5. The man out of...
Oh, into the right. Yep,
wow.
Into the wall. And people, if you rub a tire in these Legends cars, if it touches the wall, it's going to send you for a ride.
And then Wallace had nowhere to go. To be honest with you, where they were in the exit of the corner, that could have been a lot worse than it turned out to be.
Absolutely. Ended up only really being a 2-car incident.
So coming up after this race concludes, we'll have a Clan Wars Servers post-race wrap-up. We'll talk to the top 3 in the Legends race, and then we will come back for the super late models on the big 5/8 mile. That's going to be pretty cool.
It's going to be fast.
Legend car has been very entertaining as well. We hope you're enjoying the coverage on McConey Setup Shop Fall Brawl Facebook, LSR TV, Facebook, and YouTube. And again, we hope you're enjoying the coverage, as always, provided by Live Sim Racing. Want to be a part of the broadcast, get an event, get a league, contact, if available, livesimracing.com. Check out their pricing. And if you can be available for whatever date they have, they'll book you. But for the most part, I think Charles is pretty booked for right now. We are looking for partners, and I will tell you, they are also looking for assistant producers.
Lights are off. I'll be interested to see if the 22 can make the outside line work on the restart again. Here we go.
Here they come, out of turn 4, back for the restart, and Retzlaff gets him asleep at the wheel. Tuckness goes from the outside to the inside lane, cuts in front of Payne, and we got a caution just as fast as the green flag fell. Here we go again, yellow flag. Car number 44 going around, and that's going to be the driver of Eric Warden.
Let's see if he got
was
some
in the
help
top
on this
10 a
one.
moment ago.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he got some help on this one.
There's Warden on the restart. They're just coming back to speed. Did the 35 get into him? Yes, they did. 44 of Eric Warden, 35 Joseph Ralph, and around they go. Yellow flag and caution replay presented by Swag, E-Wraps and Graphics.
As an iRacing driver, I'll speak for myself. That's got to be frustrating. We'll see if he tries to get back up there and see if he makes a clean move or leans on him a little bit. It'll be interesting to see.
13 laps to go for the most part. A rather interesting race for the Legend cars on the small Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. As we'll give you a look at the rundown currently right now with 18 laps complete. It'll be 12 laps to go when they take the green flag. The leader out in front is Parker Retzlaff, Jonathan Tuckness in second, Tyler Payne third, David Polins fourth, followed by Brady Campbell, the top 5, Eric Steele, Luke Brown, Jeffrey Wallace, William Klingbeil, and Dennis Warrens, the top 10. Looks like they are going to make it a single file restart possibly for the remainder of the race as everybody, no, they're getting ready to get back double file. Okay.
I was going to say, you go single file, be ready to see those bumpers get put to use real quick.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Retzlaff has had a really strong car though, Brandon.
He does. It's just coming off of 2 and off of 4. He's not able to get that run that, Tuckness is not able to get that run on Retzlaff due to the fact that he's cutting those corners so deep.
Get ready to bring them back to the green flag here next time by, and it looks like they are single file for the moment. It will be a single file restart. It looks like they have made the decision to break single file. Brandon, you said this is going to get interesting. We're about to find out as they're about to come for the restart.
Bumpers and bang them all night. If this is the way this is going to end, be ready for this. You're going to see some bumpers get put to use right now.
12 laps to go. Back to the restart zone out of turn 4. It's Retzlaff on the loud pedal. Green in the air. Tuckness sets back in behind him along with Payne. Top 3. They roar off turn 2. Single file.
Best start Rutledge could have asked for. Amazing start.
Retzlaff will run off the corner to the stripe. 11 remaining coming up. And now we got to see if Tuckness and Payne, even Polins has been really strong for these Legend cars sitting in the top 5. But Retzlaff got a really good restart, like you said. 10 remaining from the flag stand. Retzlaff back to turn 1, and let's see if now Tuckness can tuck in there and pull some kind of an upset here under 10 remaining.
Tuckness just matched the lap time of Retzlaff, so we'll see if he's found something new.
Cross the line, 9 laps to go. Riding on board with the driver, Jonathan Tuckness in the second spot, presented by Swag in the 22. And he is slowly but surely trying to reel him in, but it looks like he loses all that momentum on the straightaway by Retzlaff.
He can't get back on the throttle as early as Retzlaff due to the fact that he's trying to drive it in deep.
Parker Retzlaff, the man out in front, the man from Wisconsin, looking good. The number 22, the laps are winding down here. But a good run for him.
Your interval is still sitting at 1 second and growing, so Retzlaff, without any mistakes, he should be able to take this thing to victory.
Good job for the man of the number 2 machine from Rhinelander, Wisconsin. Man, I think of Wisconsin, I think of Oktoberfest. I'm looking forward to going to there in the end of the month. Always a big show in October. As they come off of turn 4, the laps are winding down to the start-finish line. It'll be 6 laps to go, 6 remaining, and Retzlaff now gets an open hand. 5 to go. They're taking these laps away now, ready to bring this to the finish, Brandon.
We'll see if Tuckness found something new. He had to run higher with that lap car, and he actually cut the interval to 0.97, so we'll see if him running a higher line has changed anything.
So Parker Retzlaff leads the way. Jonathan Tuckness in second. Tyler Payne sitting in third. Lap cars in the way now of the top 5 cars, along with Joseph Rush. 4 remaining. 3 to go at the line. There's Tuckness. He's running out of time. Back to 1.
Yeah, Tuckness is definitely running out of time. The interval's up to 1.6 or 1.16. Again, smooth, easy, and it looks like the two can bring it to victory lane without any problem.
Definitely running out of time for sure as Retzlaff will make his way down the back straightaway. Tuckness trying one more time to get to him on the inside, running out of it as he's still got those blinking issues as well. They'll come to the swag. 1 to go. Retzlaff, Tuckness, final time off 2.
Retzlaff down the backstretch, no mistake coming out of 3 and 4, nice and smooth, and he'll have a victory. Great race.
From Rhinelander, Wisconsin, it is Parker Retzlaff from flag to flag. He will win the Legends Car portion of the Marconi Setup Shops Fall Brawl here in Nashville. Second spot going to Jonathan Tuckness. He tried all that he could. Payne will finish third. The celebration begins for the man from the Cheese State, Parker Retzlaff, in the number 2 machine. What a performance, Brandon Gagnon, by the Legend Car tonight.
This is very impressive. He got out there and ran his own race. He did not overdrive, and he kept it smooth. I think Tuckness tried some different things, but couldn't find anything for Retzlaff.
Let's take a look at the unofficial results for the Legend Cars.
Parker Retzlaff in first, Jonathan Tuckness in second. I look at
1.3 seconds the interval, by the way, for the 22 over the 2.
It's very impressive. Fourth place for David. Picked up 5 positions in that race. That was a good race for him.
Yes, sir. Tyler Payne again third. David Polins, you mentioned, finishing in 4th. Brady Campbell in 5th, followed by Luke Brown and Jeffrey Wallace, along with William Klingbeil, the top 8, followed by Kevin Blackburn, and Dennis Warrens will finish in the top 10.
In 11th, you got the 35 of Joseph Ralph. In 12th place, the 32 of Eric Steele. 13th, Eric Warden. The number 8 of Gregory Moon in 14th. An unfortunate finish for Kyle Fowler, number 15th, after being good in that heat race.
And that is the way it's all finished up, because the other drivers were not able to transfer by virtue of not making it from the heat race. So before we put a tip of the cap and get ready for the Clan Wars Servers post-race wrap-up, we will take a quick break, and we will talk to Parker Retzlaff and the rest of the top 3. The Legends at Nashville, what a show they put on. The crowd virtually cheering, light bulbs flashing, and now the big boys with their big toys. The super late model power plants are on the way forthcoming. This is the Marconi Setup Shop Fall Brawl, Friday night in September. You're checking it out on your home for sim racing, LSR TV. Back with more in a moment from Nashville. Welcome back to the virtual Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. LSR TV and Swag, along with sanctioning by the American iRacing League, presents the McConey Setup Shop Fall Brawl. I'm Wesley Outland, Brandon Gagnon, and we're about to talk to our winner of the Legend Cars. Now, Brandon, I know you're new to the broadcast booth. Normally what I try to do is share. I ask a question, you ask a question, then we let them wrap it up with their sponsors. We're going to talk to the man out of Wisconsin, Parker Ratzlaff, the cheesehead of the number 2. What a job in the Legend, man. Congratulations to you.
Thank you. It was a really fun race. I've never raced there before, so I went into it not really knowing what to expect, but it was a really fun racetrack once we were green flag. It's one of the more difficult tracks in iRacing, I feel.
What do you think makes it more difficult? Because when you got the lead, you had nobody behind you. It looked like you were really easy on the throttle coming out of the corners. A lot of people were struggling. The cars were getting loose. What made it difficult, and what kind of adjustments did you make during the race?
Yeah, I mean, like in turn one was where I struggled more in practice. There's a bump at the bottom, and if you hit it, it makes the car really free. So you just had to get as low as you could without hitting the bump, and I feel like that was the key to success around there.
Great win, bud.
Thank you.
Anybody want to thank sponsor-wise on the number 2?
Ponzi, EcoTrax, Lugload for Kids, Jacob Hefner for the paint, and JH Graphic Designs, and you guys for putting all this on.
So I got a question for you in closing, Parker. What do you think are you running the super late model race, and what is it going to be like differently for the Legend cars coming up on the big track?
Yeah, I'm running the super race. I feel really good about this track, so hopefully I can go 2 for 2.
Parker Ratzlaff from Rhinelander, Wisconsin, picking up the win here at the McConey Setup Fall Brawl for the Legend Cars on the small speedway. When we come back, the big boys, the super late models, get ready to scuff their cars, tires, and get ready for their practice session qualifying. Racing for the supers from the big 5/8 mile continues on your home for sim racing, LSR TV, in a moment.
Let's go! It's in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, we're off and racing for 300 laps tonight, 300 laps tomorrow night. Look at car number 110. He said, look at me, I'm out the lead. He is right in the middle of the racetrack, ladies and gentlemen, in reverse with cars
We're based out of West Monroe, Louisiana. We do custom t-shirts, racing. We'll do any shirt. We'll do schools, churches, fundraisers. We do a ton of event shirts, as you can see on our board here, all around our banner. Personalized, I mean, we do anything. It doesn't matter to us. We got the custom rugs. We use all the, top quality shirts, inks and everything, hoodies, hats. We do embroidered hats, embroidered shirts. Just you can call us for anything. We do offer the bag and fold, to where you can receive them and they're already labeled and tagged and bagged, ready to give out to your customer and stuff. So you can just call us and just tell us, hey, this is what we're looking at doing. And if we're going to put the car on there, it is 125 quantity minimum. If it's without the car, it's 60 quantity minimum. That's strictly on the racing stuff. If it's a business or something, if you race on Texas shirts, it's a little bit differently. You can call us. It just depends on your quantity and ink colors. Everything is hand drawn. I mean, everything. We don't Photoshop anything onto a shirt or anything like that. Everything that we go through, everything is drawn, and which is the reason for the art fees. We do have several graphic artists that draw for us, and they're really good. So what we do is on any package that you do, we can mix and match. We can do any colors. You can do purple, red, blue, green, and do the rest black. It doesn't matter to us. With your design on there, we can do hoodies. We can do hoodies, long sleeve shirts, t-shirts, tank tops. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's almost limitless what you can do, and you can put all that together in that package to make that minimum requirements. They can call us 318-278-7191, or they can email us at bulletprooftees@yahoo.com, or they can go to the website bulletprooftees.com.
I'm back.
Welcome back to Nashville. The Marconi Setup Shop Fall Brawl now prepares for the main event, the main course after the appetizer with the excitement of the legend cars. 75 laps on the big 5/8 mile. That is the home of the All-American 400, the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, as LSR TV once again presents the Marconi Setup Shop Fall Brawl from Nashville, virtually on the iRacing Simulator. I am Wesley Outland, once again your commentator, joined alongside Brandon Gagnon, and always a phenomenal production behind the scenes. All the work he does, Mr. Charles Wooten on Live Sim Racing. Brandon, we saw some awesome legend car races. Now we prepare as we see the Super Late Models practice coming at us.
All you're seeing is flips, bumping, and bangs in practice. So if this is anything we're going to see in the race, we are in for a good one.
We did not stage that, I promise you. We did not stage for Chris Perry to come to us flipping like that. So definitely. But no, let's give you your track temperature, because honestly, as we look at the weather conditions, it has changed from the last race to now this one. Weather conditions presented by sawblade.com. 65 degrees track temperature. Wind is still the same, partly cloudy skies, but the track temp has now jumped back up 3 degrees to 69 degrees on the big speedway.
With the outside temperature, though, you can hear it. These motors are going to breathe. We're going to see some fast lap times and some close racing.
And qualifying is about to get underway, ready to kick things off with Jeffrey Wallace in the car number 99, ready to go. Jeffrey Wallace out of Aliso Viejo, California, in the Power Crunch from USA Sim Speed Shop on Rail Designs. Number 99, Jeff Wallace will set the bar here in qualifying, and we'll see what he can do. The big boys on the track. Listen to that roar with just one car.
That motor's breathing. Wesley, it's going to be loud. I hope we can hear each other talk.
And one of the things we always talk about as well, Brandon, is as cool as it is, these motors are going to roar. They're going to really be opened up to go to their full potential.
The motors are going to roar and the tires are going to slide, so it'll be interesting to see how these guys hold on to it.
Jeffrey Wallace on the racetrack now qualifying. First lap will be a 17.865. One more lap remains as a couple other cars have also took time. Tonight's format after qualifying, they're going to lock the top 10 in. Everyone else will run a 10-lap heat race. Caution laps do not count, taking the top 10. And then we will have 20 cars battle it out for the 75-lap event, and caution laps will count for that race.
It is
Robbie
bumpy.
Kennelly now watching him in the one car.
This track is bumpy, so it's going to be interesting to see these guys holding on to it out of turn 4. You can watch this car bounce.
Robbie Kennelly on the racetrack as we just saw these other drivers trying to put down the best lap of speed here in qualifying. Robbie Kennelly, as you saw him bottom out and go through the look like rumble strips around the racetrack. And here comes Pete Polini now with the number 51 machine. We'll see what Pete Polini can do. He's also one of the drivers that races full-time on the Outlaw Super Late Model Series you see every Wednesday night on LSR TV out of Sands, Michigan. The Ryco Motorsports Racer X Elite Kicking Asphalt, Fox Ford Marquette, Martin Sports Apparel, PC Medic Power Crunch machine number 51.
I've had the privilege to race with this guy week in and week out. Great driver, great person. I'll be interested to see him up in the front tonight.
Oh, and by the way, Rhinelander, Wisconsin's Retzlaff, Parker Retzlaff back to the top of the board. And we said we thought he looked good in the Legend car. He said he thought he was going to do well and try to sweep the McConey setup fall Brawl here tonight. He's at P1.
Yeah, I think his exact comments, Wesley, was I'm going to try and go 2 for 2, right?
He surely did. And the man out of Rhinelander, Wisconsin, will put that car number 42, or the car number 2, to the top spot. Tyler Payne, here he is out of Manassas, Virginia. We'll see what Tyler Payne can do in the butt kicker on rails. Payne Side Support Short Track Racing entry.
He's
out of
using
Manassas,
all the
Virginia.
track.
He is. Down the straightaway. Cross the line, lap 1, 17.333. Got to pick it up, though, on lap number 2, but he's trying to climb the scoring pylon there, Brandon. Oh, he's in trouble.
No, he scrubbed the wall. That's going to DQ that time, unfortunately, because that was fast.
Daniel Hendra now on the racetrack of the car number 71. We'll see what Daniel Hendra can do. He's also another one of those drivers that we also see on the Outlaw Super Late Model Series. By the way, Wednesday night, Brandon, the Outlaw Super Late Models triple 50s at Irwindale Speedway. Now that's going to be fun.
I try to give you a strategy, but there's no strategy. Oh, he hits the
Look
wall.
out. Hendra in the wall.
When you get Blaylan Edwards.
Yeah. Phantom Motorsports number 72 now actually in the 25. Blayden Edwards on the speedway. Out of Pensacola, Florida. The home of the Snowball Derby, which is another race brand that I look forward to broadcasting now for my second year coming up in 2020 in December.
Well deserved. I can't wait to hear you because that's a great race to watch.
Blayden Edwards from Pensacola, Florida from the Panhandle. We'll see what he can do in the Phantom Motorsports number 72. It says 25, but he's in a 72. 17.354. And he will set the bar 17.353, lap number 1. What do you think he's got to improve on for lap 2, Brandon?
He's got to get more throttle coming off the corner, and you can tell he's trying. His entry is great, but coming out of the corner to the wall, oh, he keeps it off. What do we got, a 17.524?
Yeah, a little slower on his second lap for sure. And by the way, time is running out, and it looks like Parker Retzlaff will be the fast qualifier to Rhinelander, Wisconsin. Robbie Kennelly second, even though he was bottoming out and having problems in the 1. He's going to transfer Daniel Hendra, Dalton Collins, Pete Polini, Eric Steele, Robert Warnes, Wes Shiflett, Jeffrey Eddy. And those drivers are the top 10 that will make it into the race. Everyone else is going to go to the Hooligan 10-lap showdown coming up next here. Brandon.
No friends. That's all I got to say.
Friends.
No friends in this at all.
No friends. Let's give them the starting lineup for what should be an exciting, wild 10 laps. It should be a crazy one. Jeffrey Eddy is on the pole in the number 88 machine. To his outside, Pete Polini in 51, row number 1.
Row number 2, you got the 95.
Well, correction, my bad. Those are actually the top 10 that are locked in from qualifying. My bad. Let's start over. Travis Hoffler in the 20 cars on the pole, and Kyle Fowler to the outside, row 1 in the 8.
Row number 2, you got the number 10 of Gregory Moon and the number 4 of Chris Perry.
Got to give me the hard one. Number 5, Mackenzie Galaja in the 5 car to the outside. Dennis Warrens in car 90, row 3.
The number 14 of Luke Brown and the number 99 of Jeffrey Wallace rolling off in 8th.
Top 10, David Polins in 33, J.J. Jensen the 3rd in the 0-2.
Rolling off in 11th, you get the 15th of Harold Ralph and the number 18 of Tyler Payne.
And finally, Christopher Woodard and Joseph Ralph. The lineup there.
It's going to be
taking
interesting.
The top 10, am I correct, Charles? Top 10? No, only 5 cars. We're only gonna have 15 Super Late models on the track for the feature, Brandon. This is gonna be crazy. This is probably gonna be better than the 75 lap feature.
I said it just like in the Legends car race. You don't want to be in the back. It's gonna be interesting to see how these guys make moves, and somebody's gonna have to use that bumper to make their way into the feature.
Travis Hoffler on the pole in the number 20 machine. Comes to us out of Spring Hill, Florida. The Hoffler Race Cars BK Paint Century. To his outside, of course, Chesterfield, Virginia, Kyle Fowler in the 8 car. Chris Perry in the number 4 machine, ready to go. Out of Durham, North Carolina. Hey, that's where I live at. The Carl Garrett Graphics, number 4 of Chris Perry. There's your top 3 as the field begins to roll. Oh my goodness. We're not going to waste any time here. This is going to be wild.
Wesley, I don't know if it's the cold virtual air giving me goosebumps or the excitement we're about to see in this heat race.
I think it's going to be crazy. All right, seriously. We have literally got 20 cars, almost 15 cars fighting for 5 spots, and we're only going to start 15 cars for a 75 lap feature. This is going to be a humdinger, okay? Lights are off on the pace car, 1 to go. We will take the green flag next time by. What's your predictions, Brandon, as we get ready to go?
You're going to see some aggression early and early caution. These guys in the back are not going to want to waste any time, and unfortunately, like I stated in the Legends cars, these bumpers are about to get banged up.
The thunder is about to roar here around the virtual Fairgrounds Speedway Nashville, the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, the home of the All-American 400. By the way, get your tickets coming up October 30th through November the 1st. It'll be coming up sooner than you know it, as right now we have these drivers ready to go. Travis Hoffler and as well as Kyle Fowler on the front row. Through the high banks off turn 4, down to the start-finish line. Green in the air, we're underway. 5 cars, 10 laps, pick your poison, Nashville. We're underway in turn 1.
Double file from front to back, and Fowler takes the lead.
Whoa, looks like I've got a couple of cars crashing. Bottom of the racetrack in turn 2. Running on board with one of them is that the 0-2, I believe, of Jensen. It is. Caution out. Now, caution laps do not count in this heat race, but here's a replay. And look at Jensen the 3rd. He's the cause of the caution, and there might be maybe more.
Is there contact?
Yes.
Yes,
the
there is.
14 tagged him. And then a couple other cars got into him to boot.
It's that aggressive driving, just trying to be able to go ahead and stick it in there to get that position.
Under the yellow flag here, so, well, remember, caution laps do not count, so that's a positive thing. We at least got 1 lap in, 9 to go.
If you're in the back and you can avoid those things, then it's going to work out for you to get up to that top 5, because you're going to have guys 6th, 7th, and 8th that are just going to try and push it. At this point, if I'm sitting 9th or 10th or even 11th, I'm going to be patient to see what these guys put their own situations into.
And how about the drivers of course, Fowler and Perry? They've advanced 1 and 2. Hoffler goes all the way back to 3rd in less than 1 lap in the 20.
I didn't see if he slid up the track. Again, you can't overdrive these cars early. You got to get the tires heated up. You got to get in the groove.
Yeah, let's take a look at a swag instant replay while we're still under caution, and let's see what happened to the leader of the 20 car at the drop of the green flag. I'm wondering why he lost those spots just in the start of things here. Let's watch the 20 car, and we'll see why he fell all the way back to 3rd. Watch this. Oh, I don't think he was ready. I think the outside lane overtook him and he got to the green.
He did.
It was a fair start, but the outside lane overpowered him. And that's what happened.
Yeah, and he got a little loose there. That's the thing. If you don't get the good jump and you're having to gather it back up, that outside lane's going to walk past you all day.
Well, there you go. That explains what happened for sure. Again, replays presented by Swag E-Wraps and Graphics. Let the Sharks of Billy and Rhonda Smith take care of all of your wrap needs, virtual or reality, motorsports or business, in Seaford, Virginia. And again, proud sponsor of the Martinsville Elite 300. That will be this Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern on LSR TV. That's going to be a good one. Brandon, you're going to run for that race. You're going to try to go for $1,000.
I'm going for it, man. I'm super excited with swag and studio displays on the car, Rhonda and Billy. It's really exciting. I hope everybody's there. If you haven't joined yet, join now. We still got spots available. It's going to be awesome.
I think there's like under 10 remaining, honestly, under 10 spots remaining. We need to start recruiting some of these guys right here. They're talented for sure. See what's going on. And by the way, thanks again to Jeff McConey. McConey Set Up Shops is now a part of the Swag family, Swag E-Wraps and the esports division. Also, thank you to Jeff McConey and for what he's done now. Tyler Payne, this event is sanctioned by the American iRacing League. Do you know, coming up in October, I think it's going to be broadcast on LSR TV possibly, October 17th, a 6-hour broadcast from Daytona. 3 race teams, $600, winner take all. What do you think of that?
3 race teams, winner takes all. That's going to be interesting.
Well,
man.
It's a 3-car team, up to 30 teams, $600 to win, winner take all, and it's a 6-hour race from Daytona. On
That's
the
a
big
long
speedway
race.
too. Let's try it again. Green is out, 9 to go here at Nashville. We're back into turn 1. They are letting caution laps count. We're wrecking again. Oh my goodness, no! 4, 5, 6 cars. Well, I did not realize they were letting caution laps count. I don't know per se. Well, I disagree with it because it's taking the fun away of the race, honestly, Brandon. But
I'll be ready to see.
Let's watch this. Look what happened.
I'll be ready to see if he either got loose or if he had some help there again.
We'll see it here. Looks like Jensen bounced off the wall. The other car in front of him did, and
no, it's
all
further
of a
up
sudden
in the
cars
field.
are crashing in front of him. Boy, oh boy, man, they're scattered, smothered, and covered with a virtual metal omelet mayhem of destruction over there in the second turn.
It looks like the 90 might have got some help there. I'd like to see that again.
The Warren's car. Let's watch the 90 car. Let's run on board with the 90 car. In-car presented by Swag. Watch this.
He's getting pushed into the corner, and he absolutely got some help.
Oh, yeah, someone hooked the left rear. Where do you go? Virtual reality. It's just like, oh, darn.
Yeah, you don't. They always say go where the smoke is, and it'll be gone by the time you get there. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, that's a famous Days of Thunder quote. I don't think that works anymore. That was back in the 80s.
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
I'll be interested.
Fowler. Yeah, by the way, folks, you will not be able to hear the producer unless he unmutes his mic, his hot mic. You hear him, but you don't.
By the way, you guys don't want to hear the producer. But I'll be keeping my eye on the 20 car. Since he got loose early and wasn't ready for the start, he had the quickest qualifying. I wouldn't be shocked if he actually gets a run for second or first, or if he sits in third knowing that he'll advance there.
Everybody asks me, they say, what is it like in the broadcast position? Controlled chaos that y'all know nothing about.
And Wesley, I just want to say, I think controlled chaos is an understatement.
Oh, for sure. The lights are going to come off of the pace truck this time by, hopefully. By the way, I like they changed it up. I like they finally got the pace truck out there than the Mustang pace car for the, Is it? Yes, now that was interesting that night where... Yeah. Do you remember the time that? Yeah. Sorry, Brandon.
Guys,
I gotta let everybody in on it. Okay, he went there. We were doing a broadcast about a month ago, and he's playing with his RC cars. Of course, everybody knows Charles is famous for playing with RC cars as well. He super glued his hands messing with RC car tires during a live broadcast, and we literally were like just in limbo mode for about one car for like 30 laps because his hands got stuck.
Well, you do know his lights at his house are clap on and clap off, so I bet his electric bill was high for a while.
All I know is we started hearing like pounding on the keyboard, so I thought he was hitting like the space bar or the control key or something to change the camera angles. Yeah, no, we're playing here. Hey, look, it's gonna be 2 laps to go.
It's going to be a great battle up front, but again, I'll be interested to see if the 20 car just sits in third, knowing he's in a spot to advance, or if he tries to push the issue.
Let's see what happens. Ready for the restart. They're going to come to the restart box with Kyle Fowler and Chris Perry, front row to the line. Green in the air. It'll be a green-white checker. Down into turn 1. Come on, guys. Let's make the last couple of laps clean and green. Taking 5. Fowler leading. Battle for third, heating up behind Hofler in turn number 3.
The transfer spot is heating up. They're double wide right now. Oh, we got a guy loose. He's gone. He got turned.
Cars crashing front straightaway. They're going to come to the white flag. One more lap to go. The swag one to go. No yellow. It's Fowler on the back straightaway.
It looks like the 33 is going to finish in the transfer spot.
I can't believe it. It's going to be Chesterfield, Virginia's Kyle Fowler. He will win. Second spot to Perry. Hofler will transfer in. Wallace and Polin's the top 5. Crashing off the last corner. A crash-filled 10-lap shootout. Well, we expected this, honestly. We did.
Yeah, absolutely. And, the famous quote by Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin, it's short track racing.
It is short track racing for sure. So when it's all said and done, the man in the number 5, or the number 8 for that matter, out of Chesterfield, Virginia, Kyle Fowler will transfer in. When we come back, we will get ready to introduce the starting lineup. They're going to go for the big show, 75 laps, caution laps count. The craziness that is Nashville. The Maconey Setups Fall Brawl roars along on your home for sim racing. LSR TV from Nashville, back for the Music City virtually in just a moment.
Let's go! It's in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, we're off and racing for 300 laps tonight, 300 laps tomorrow night. Look at car number 110. He said, look at me, I'm out the lead. He is right in the middle of the racetrack, ladies and gentlemen, in reverse with cars
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
There's a lot of esports leagues in iRacing, but there's nothing like swag. Special events, series sanctioning. The Simulation World Auto Group Swag is excited for you to become a member and join our team. Weekly competition includes Stadium Super Trucks, the Outlaw Super Late Model Series, the Short Track Cup All-Star Challenge, the Winter Heat during the winter months, and so much more. Special events and venues is also throughout the year. We want you to be a part of the team. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram by looking up Swag Esports Racing and jump on board with the Shark. Big money, fun times. We want you to be a part of what is the new Simulation World Auto Group. All the details again on Swag Racing Esports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We'll see you at the virtual tracks across the world. And if not, follow broadcast coverage on LSR TV, the weekly racer in CRN Sports. Welcome back to Nashville. Man, it's time for the nightcap. It's time for the big show. The Legends were exciting, and we're going to see now if the driver that was fast qualifier for the Legends, winner of the Legends, now fast qualifier for the late models here, Parker Retzlaff, can be able to be the winner here tonight and sweep the Maconey Setups Fall Brawl. The field is gritting here. We'll give the lineup in just a moment. Brandon, what do you think we're going to see, and could we see Parker Retzlaff do just that?
If he gets out front like he did in the Legends, it's going to be hard to catch him. The guy knows how to control his car. But when you get middle to deep pack, once again, you're going to see guys using the bumper just like we saw in the heat race, just being aggressive.
And this is going to be fun, by the way. The field is set up and they are ready to go. And I'm understanding, I believe, how many cars are we starting? 24? I'm understanding that we might be starting all 24 cars. The heat race was just basically the rest of the lineup from the top 10. So if they actually do that, I'll actually be honest with you, Brandon, I like that format.
Oh, this is going to be exciting. We got a big field.
Cue up the music. It's time to introduce the lineup for the main event, the Maconey Setup Shop Fall Brawl on LSR TV. The man out of Rhinelander, Wisconsin, Parker Retzlaff, trying to sweep the event. He will be on the pole. To his outside, it's going to be the driver in the 1, Robbie Kinley, row number 1.
Starting row 2, you got the 71 of Daniel Hendren and the 21 of Dalton Collins.
Row number 3 will find Pete Pellini in 51, Eric Steele in 32.
And then you got the 95 of Robert Warrens and the 23 of Wes Shiflett.
Bladed Edwards, 72, Kyle Fowler. He made it in by winning the heat race. He'll start 11th, along with Chris Perry in the 12. He's 4.
And then 13th, you got the 99 of Jeffrey Wallace, and in 14th, the 20 of Travis Hoffler.
And Travis Hoffler along with David Polins in the 15th position. 15 cars. It is 15 cars. It's not going to be all these other guys. I don't know what that was about, but only 15 cars are going to battle. And they're going to go 75 laps.
Wesley, if you put a hoodie on for the cold weather, be ready to take it off because this is about to heat up.
Well, this is going to be exciting. If you thought the kick in the asphalt was exciting with the Legend cars, wait until you feel the rumble, even if you got a butt kicker. For the green flag, for the super late models. We're glad you're enjoying it. Again, thanks to Jeff Maconey, Swag, LSR TV, everybody involved in making this happen, sanctioned by the American iRacing League. Here they come. We're kicking the asphalt green. The Supers at Nashville underway. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a virtual race down the front straightaway. On the jump, it's Parker Ratzliff, Kenley, Hendra, Collins, Polini, the top 5, and they're not wasting no time. The top 2 separating and making it a 2-pack group, Brandon.
Kenley's closing the gap. He's using that draft right now, coming off the corner. He's running a little bit different line, and he continues to close. It's going to be good.
Down into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway here on the high banks of the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. The same boys that'll be in action for the 36th All-American 400 now tonight virtually. Taking advantage of this racetrack. Retzlaff, Kenley, Hendra now leads that second pack in third. Holding off Collins and Polini after him as we got one up on the top shelf off of turn 4. That's Warrens in 99 as Edwards tries to get around him.
Edwards is trying to close the gap right now. He doesn't get it coming off the corner, but oh, there he goes, right to the bumper. We'll see what he does in turn 1 and 2.
He had a run. 5 laps in of 75 now. A good run for the Super Late Models here. The main event of the night for the McConey Fall Brawl. Thanks again to Jeff McConey Setup Shops, Billy and Rhonda Smith Swag, Charles Wooten LSR TV, as well as the fine folks of the American iRacing League. Sanctioned by that tonight. Down the straightaway of the 3. Retzlaff still leading the way. Kenley trying to play with him. Cat and mouse continues off 4.
Retzlaff is using that same line he uses in the Legends cars where he gets a good run off the corner, and that's helping him keep the lead right now.
Whoa, a little wiggle there for a second. He bobbed off the corner, exiting off of 2, and this allowed Kenley to try to close in, but Kenley looks like he's struggling in 4, like Retzlaff is struggling in 1 and 2, so their problems are allowing them to still have that separation amongst each other.
But if you look at Retzlaff, he's taking away the air. He's changing his line based off of what Kenley's doing. That's a great strategy on his part.
Working their way back around the racetrack, continuing on.
That dirty air is not fun to deal with, and you can tell that Kenley's struggling with it.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, he hits the wall. Hits the wall.
In the wall goes Kenley, finding an ill-handling car, something amiss on the 18. And now Retzlaff trying to lick his chops and pull away in the Toyota back to turn 1. 10 laps in, next 10 by here at Nashville. What a show they're putting on.
He didn't lose any ground, surprisingly. He's got a fast car tonight. This is going to be a good battle for a while. He's running a little bit higher than Retzlaff.
Retzlaff, Kenley, Hendra, Collins, Polini, top 5. Working lap number 12. Back across the start-finish line. The race continuing again.
Blayland on the outside. Oh,
whoa,
he gets
trouble. Edwards rolls around. He had contact. He had help on the 23 of Shiflett. And Edwards up against the inside wall into turn number 3. Caution coming out in our first swag. Caution, instant replay now. Brandon, we saw it come unglued off 2.
Yeah, we'll see if he got some help here. Like you said, the 23 underneath him. Going down the straightaway.
Looking from the blimp, by the way, aerial coverage provided by All American Pools.
That's...
It looks like Wes Shiflett just tagged him.
Just
and by
barely.
the time he tried to correct it, then they both lost it together. So again, I don't find any fault there, just a racing deal.
Absolutely. That was side-by-side racing, and that happens. It's unfortunate, but we'll see coming back.
Wesley Shiflett in the 23 out of Kingsport, Tennessee, the Dr. Pecker Falcon Hooks entry.
Yeah, he definitely helped blading around. So he leaked up a little bit, and unfortunately, Edwards had to sacrifice for it.
Under caution. And I don't think anybody's going to pit.
Way too early for that. Way too
early to pit. Nice 14-lap shootout underway under caution here at Nashville. The race continues. The McConey Fall Brawl. More in a moment on your home for sim racing, LSR TV from Nashville. back here at Nashville, getting ready for the restart at the McConey Setups Fall Brawl. Caution laps are counting in this race. 17 of 75. Going to come back for the restart box on lap 18. Here they come. Pace truck is in. It is Retzlaff, Collini, Hendra, Collins, Polini, top 5. Green back of the air here at Nashville. We're in turn 1. Brandon is indisposed at the moment. Race continues down the back straightaway. Retzlaff out in front. We got one up in the wall in turn number 2. No caution as of yet. The race goes on, cross the start-finish line, and back at it again. And now the entire pack is single file. The train roars into 1 and 2 now.
Let's see if Kenley can close the gap like he did earlier on Retzlaff. This will be interesting to watch.
Retzlaff, Kinley, Collins, Hendra, Polini, top 5. Again, aerial coverage, whether blimp or copter, presented by All-American Pools here at Nashville.
You can see Kenley's trying to run a different line to get some more clean air, and it's just not working because Retzlaff keeps changing his line every lap.
Back to turn 1, 20 laps in here now. Retzlaff, the man, leading the way. Kinley in second. Collins, Hendra. By the way, I just seen where the man in second, Robbie Kinley, is signing up for the E300. You better get signed up because I think those spots are slowly but surely ticking away. Car sideways in 5th. Polini dirt tracked it there on the back stretch, on the front stretch just a moment ago.
He held on to it.
Correction, it was actually Collins in front of him. Dalton Collins, Pete Polini now under attack by Daniel Hendra and Eric Steele. That battle goes on in turn 1.
Be interested to see with these different lines these guys are running, who's going to have more tire if this thing stays green.
Look at this view from the spectator crowd shot. Down the front straightaway, people were checking out somebody's hacked camera phone to get that shot of the broadcast. Down the back straightaway as the man out in front is Parker Retzlaff, Robbie Kinley, Collins, 1, 2, and 3. Flash bulbs virtually going through the air just like it'll be in November for the real All-American 400. The Fall Brawl continues in turn 1 and 2.
The 95's getting some pressure right now by Polini.
So here comes now Polini, and it looks like also we're seeing Hendra start to make some charge. Behind him is Collins, Polini, still all in this battle.
3rd and 4th is gaining ground on 1 and 2. This could be a four-way battle for the lead here in a few laps.
Closing in on 30 laps here. Green flag run underway for the drivers. Riding on board with, I believe it's Pete Polini. I can't really tell from the ticker. Riding on board with Daniel Hendra in the 71. He's currently 4th on the racetrack.
And if you guys notice, they've all changed their line. There's nobody running the low line anymore. The tires have heated up, and they want to get more of a run coming off each corner.
And by the way, just for hijinks, let's take a look at the weather conditions real quickly. Track temperature, track temp, ambient temperature, and look at how it's kind of warmed up a little bit. Track temp warming up, temperature staying the same. The wind speed is going from 2 to 3.
Wind speed's not enough to make a difference right now.
No, sir.
You usually see it to where it causes different turns with 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, different racing, but right now what we're seeing is going to be consistent.
And normally if it's about 10 miles per hour or more, then you've got some issues because of the wind factor. But other than that, this race continues on with Retzlaff still leading the way. Kinley in second, Collins, Hendra, Polini. This battle going on. The 99 in the mix inside the top 10. Actually, the top 15, excuse me. That's Jeffrey Wallace, Wesley Shiflett, and David Polins on the speedway, all 4.
Impressive by the 99 with all the damage he's got, but he's got somebody looking to his inside right now.
Yes, sir. He brought out the early caution, if you remember. And look at the mom and pop's car to the inside. Wesley Shiflett there.
Great move on the backstretch while the 99 got into the wall. We got another battle now right behind it.
And that's actually David Polins in the 33, the mom and pop's number 33 machine, as they'll work their way off of the corner down the straightaway. Closing in on halfway as well. This race going pretty fast in the Fall Brawl here now.
The 20's dropped a lot further than I expected. I don't know if he came in and got fuel or what he did, but he's He's definitely a lot further back than what we thought when he started up front.
5 to halfway. Lap 38 will be the halfway flags being shown to the field here in the McConey Setup Shop Fall Brawl. As Retzlaff leads the way in car number 2, trying to sweep this Friday night on LSR TV, virtually of iRacing. Robbie Kinley in the number 2 spot, Dalton Collins third, and there they are again. And actually, they're closing in on lap traffic as they hit the back straightaway.
Lap traffic's going to make a difference because if you notice in 3 and 4, they're now all running the bottom line, and 1 and 2, they're running the high line. So it'll be interesting to see where the lap traffic goes.
40 laps to go now here in the McConey Setup Shop Fall Brawl, as here comes those cars we were mentioning, the back marker cars, about to get some visits from the fast traffic of Ratzliff, Kinley, Collins, Hendra, Polini. They're reeling them in like bait on a hook off turn 4 down the line and 2 to halfway.
Do these guys battle to stay on the lead lap, or do they let these guys by? This is going to be interesting, running side by side. Oh, wreck in front of the leader.
Whoa, trouble. Caution coming out, another, oh, that's Hosliff. Problems for the number 20 car. Travis Hoffler bringing a yellow flag out, the number 20.
We're just talking about him being in the back. We'll see what happens
Wallace
here.
loose in front of him, look at this. And here's what I'm thinking.
Back in the wall again.
Here's what I'm thinking, honestly. You've got these drivers fighting to stay on the lead lap. Halfway's approaching, and the leaders are approaching. Somebody zigged when they should have zagged, and Wallace calls that in 99-20, had nowhere to go. Brandon.
It'll be interesting at this point to see pit strategy. Do you use that set of tires, or do you still stay out there and hope for another caution? Because if you don't grab them now and it stays green, you're going to be a sitting duck at the end. It might be time for somebody in the back to make a tire strategy here.
So the number 42, and that is the driver, continue leading a Parker Retzlaff out of Rhinelander, Wisconsin. The Ponce Eco Tracks log, a load for kids, number 42, leading the way. Coming up on halfway, this time by. And a fairly interesting, exciting race. Only 2 cautions in 40 laps here, Brandon.
Absolutely. These guys are great racers. It's very competitive. Those top 4 are great to watch. Be interesting to see, like I said, coming down the stretch, what you're going to do with that set of tires.
Do you pit? Do you pit? That's the question. Do you give up your track position and pit, or is it still too early so you're going to stay out there?
Personally, if I'm sitting anywhere from 8th back and I know that I can't compete with these top 4, I'm going to take pit strategy and hope it stays green. But if I'm up at the front, I'm not losing track. I'm not losing the track right now. Not doing it.
By the way, we are also halfway under caution for this event in the McConey Setup Shops Fall Brawl. Parker Retzlaff leads at halfway. Robbie Kinley in second. Dalton Collins third. Daniel Hendra fourth. Pete Polini right now the top 5.
I don't know if we had any takers on pit road.
Nobody pitted. Nobody pitted.
That's shocking to me because as driving these things on a weekly basis, if you can't compete with the top 4 to 5 and you're running an 8th or 9th,
right,
you've got to make a change because nothing is going to happen up front unless you're just hoping for a big wreck. You have no hope to even compete with the top 5 at this point. Sunday,
1 p.m. Eastern, Buck Roos and myself on the broadcast call for the inaugural Martinsville E300. It'll be live on LSR TV, your home for sim racing, iRacing Live, Race on Texas, as well as on the Voice of Swag for radio coverage, CRN Sports. 1 Eastern, 12 Central. One of the biggest marquee pavement iRacing events ever from Martinsville, virtually, the E300, replacing the real one. Disappointing, actually, because, you know, Brandon, normally this year, this time of the year, I would be at Martinsville preparing for the big race, but we'll reset and do it again in 2021 as they reset virtually here at Nashville and bring them back to green.
Another great start by the 2. Amazing start by him to get the lead and stay where he's been.
And he's actually in the 42 car. He was in the 2 for the Legends, the 42 for the Supers. And there he is in that car, down into 3. Retzlaff, Kinley, Collins, Hendra, Polini, top 5. Ready to set them in for the final 30 laps here at Nashville.
I'll be interested halfway through if you see Kenley try to make some different lines.
Whoa, trouble. I thought a car about crashed. Bottom of the racetrack. Holy cow. He keeps on going. That could have been bad. What a save there for the 32 car of Steel, the mom and pop's car. I thought he was going to hit the wall.
A lot of damage on his right front.
And that car right there as well gave us a scare. The man of Collins. No, I'm sorry, that's Steel. The 32 of Steel as well. That was a scary moment also. Drivers taking it to the limit now.
Look at this battle for 6th, 7th, and 8th right now. It's heating up.
35 to go here at Nashville. We're going to go side by side so you don't miss a thing. The McConey Setup Shop Brawl continues in the fall from Nashville virtually on LSR TV. The race continues when we return.
We're based out of West Monroe, Louisiana. We do custom t-shirts, racing. We'll do any shirt. We'll do schools, churches, fundraisers. We do a ton of event shirts, as you can see on our board here, all around our banner. Personalized, I mean, we'll do anything. It doesn't matter to us. We got the custom rugs. We use all the, top quality shirts, inks and everything, hoodies, hats. We do embroidered hats, embroidered shirts. Just you can call us for anything. We do offer the bag and fold to where you can receive them and they're already labeled and tagged and bagged, ready to give out to your customers. So you just call us and just tell us, hey, this is what we're looking at doing. And if we're going to put the car on there, it is 125 quantity minimum. If it's without the car, it's 60 quantity minimum. That's strictly on the racing stuff. If it's a business or something, if you race on Texas shirts, it's a little bit differently. You can call us. It just depends on your quantity and ink colors. Everything is hand drawn. I mean, everything. We don't Photoshop anything onto a shirt or anything like that. Everything that we go through, everything is drawn, and which is the reason for the art fees. We do have several graphic artists that draw for us, and they're really good. So what we do is on any package that you do, we can mix and match. We can do any colors. You can do purple, red, blue, green, and do the rest black. It doesn't matter to us. With your design on there, we can do hoodies. We can do hoodies, long sleeve shirts, t-shirts, tank tops. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's almost limitless what you can do, and you can put all that together in that package to make that minimum requirements. They can call us 318-278-7191, or they can email us at bulletprooftees@yahoo.com, or they can go to the website bulletprooftees.com.
Caution out. Let's go to a swag replay to find out what happened during our side-by-side coverage, and it's Bladen Edwards in 72 there, Brandon.
It looks like he got some help, but we'll see from the Duke car.
That's Chris Perry, by the way, in the Duke car for the Blue Devils. Let's watch and see what happened, why we're under the yellow flag here. Wow, a couple of cars getting together. That's what took place. And that is why we go under the yellow flag. Watch him again, the 72 of Edwards' car. A little wiggle and a little hit there by Steele. Perry was there going around. Caution. Yellow flag is out.
He couldn't get off.
Third time here at Nashville tonight.
There was a wiggle. He couldn't get off the gas, and he basically had to turn himself at that point.
So there is a reason why we are under the yellow flag.
I think the reason is because our producer predicted that we were going to go green to the end.
Yeah, it's your fault. It's our producer's fault. His comeback is, Wesley, at least you won't pick the winner. And he's right, I'm not.
Well, since you're not going to, I'm not going to predict a winner, but
every time I pick a winner, they crash. I'm not doing it to the guy. I'm not doing it to Parker Redscalf to take away his sweep of the weekend.
I'm still
the one
ready.
that crossed the finish line first. My daddy, I used to always talk to my dad as a kid, and I used to say, "Hey, Daddy, who's winning the race? What's going on? Who won the race over the weekend? The one that crossed the finish line first?" Okay, Dad, thank you. A lot of help. Appreciate it.
That saying helped you get through life, did it not?
Oh man, I always loved racing as a kid. I mean, I did. My grandpa raced cars. God rest his soul. My dad raced cars. He had a stint in racing, and I ain't gonna lie to you, Brandon. For the longest time, I wanted to be a flagman. I wanted to be a flagman. I wanted to be the next old Ford or Harold Kinder.
Oh, well, I can sign off on that with you. Oxford Plains Speedway. My grandfather was the flagman for years. My mom raced the Powder Puss. My brother won a championship there. But since they don't have walls in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, every time there was an accident, I always looked at my dad and said, "Crash dirt, crash dirt." There's no walls to go into, so they had to go into the dirt.
Right, that's true. That's
then I
right.
learned about dirt track racing.
And by the way, I see you're really close to Maine and the Oxford Plains Speedway. What was your thoughts of Johnny Clark finally, after almost 20 years, winning the Oxford 250 a couple of weeks ago?
I was so happy to see that. I think my brother attended it. It was just awesome to see somebody. It's well deserved, kind of like Dale Earnhardt finally winning the Daytona 500. It was big.
It was. Ready to come back for the restart. Hey, just for you fans, we're going to let you kick the asphalt one more time at Nashville. Ready with under 20 to go. Trouble front straightaway. Big calamity, and I think Chris Perry started it in the Ford car. There you go. Caution out.
He might have started, but looked like he finished it as well. Let's see what we got on the swag instant replay.
So much for another kick in the asphalt. Watch this. I know it was going to start to break loose when they exited off 4. Watch the 4 car. Him and Steele about get together, and I think there we go. Watch this. Yeah, he turned him. Wow.
He hit the wall, and sometimes it shoots you left, and I don't want to say you can't blame the 4, but
Wes Shiflett is involved. Obviously, the 25, Robert Warren's 95, Eric Steele, Chris Perry, all these cars caught up in it. And could we say that's the big one with under 15 laps to go here at Nashville, Brandon?
The only bright side about having the big one right now is we got about a 12-lap shootout. It's gonna be interesting.
Hope you're enjoying our coverage of everything that's on LSR TV throughout the week. This is a special for Friday night, the McConey Setup Fall Brawl. Brandon Gagnon, Wesley Outland, Charles Wooten in the broadcast booth here from Nashville tomorrow. We'll get ready for the Martinsville E300 on Sunday. Broadcast coverage at 1 Eastern, 12 Central on Sunday. Once that race concludes for the E300, we'll have coverage of the playoffs for the Adrenaline iRacing League, the Cup Series on Sunday at Iowa Speedway. Monday night, the Daytona Road Course for the Cup cars. It should be exciting. Back in the booth with Justin Prince, Greg Rentz, myself on the pit lane Monday night. And by the way, don't forget also on Monday night from Bristol, it is the new No Limit Racing Pro Series, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. The Cup event for No Limit for the Northwest Cup Series is at 11:15 Eastern on Monday night. Tuesday night, working on a new league for Tuesday. Find out all the details coming soon for that. Wednesday, it will be at Irwindale, the Triple 50s for the Outlaw Super Late Model Series, sponsored by Swag. And then we'll do it again on Thursday with, again, coverage of the Northwest iRacing Truck Series at 11:45. And that'll be from the Daytona Road Course. That's your schedule coming up this week. Your home for sim racing, LSR TV. Pretty impressive lineup there, Brandon.
Yes, Sunday's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of great drivers involved. You in the broadcast booth. I hate to step away from it now because I'm going to be hearing you in my headset as I drive.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. You've done such a bang-up job on your rookie debut. I'm going to let you be one of our Swag in-race reporters on Sunday afternoon. What do you think?
Oh, I appreciate that, and hopefully I can put on a show.
But you got to be in the team speak. You got.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And I will let everybody know that Swag is also putting together a dirt series. The launch will be on Tuesday night, October 13th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. On LSR TV and CRN Sports, we will officially be announcing that information forthcoming in a press release. With that said, 10 laps to go here at Nashville. Back to green. Retzlaff is gone again there, Brandon.
That's another great jump by him. He's been on point for every single restart. Let's see if Kennelly can clear the 95 and run him down.
Up against the wall. It's go time now. They know the hourglass is run short. We're under 10 remaining, and what an entertaining show it's been here. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1. There you see this battle heated up inside the top 5 now. Little loose there, the 95 car.
1 and 2 is loving watching third and fourth right now. As long as they're side by side, you can watch first and second start to break away.
Yes, sir. Whoa,
contact.
A wheel hop by Pete Pellini trying to get around Hendrick's car. Along with Fowler, Pollins, all in this battle coming off the corner. This is Collins they're trying to get around.
As we cross the line, you're talking about 17.35 to a 17.38 for second place. These guys are running identical lap times.
Back off of 2. Here they come off of 4. 6 laps to go here in the McConey Setup Shop Fall Brawl for the Super Late Models. Retzlaff leads the way. Collini in second, Collins third. Wondering how much damage is on Pellini's car after he wheel hopped off Collins. And now here comes Hendra back on the high horse to try to reel him in as they go to 1 and 5 remaining.
Hendra's trying to make a move, but I think we're only going to see a 1-2 battle right here. They're running almost identical lap times.
And the time is run out. There are 5 laps to go into turn number 3 and 4. To the line, 4 remaining. Retzlaff, Collini 1 and 2. The interval is almost 0.03 of a second in the wheel from the leader to second. And Collins and Hendra now having a battle amongst themselves. And now we're single file. It's Retzlaff. He's starting to pull away from the field. 3 to go this time by.
Retzlaff is trying to make his word known by calling it back to back. Let's see if he can hold him off. He's opening that gap up even more.
Doing a phenomenal job there, the man out of Rhinelander, Wisconsin. Holding on, holding his line, staying out of trouble. To the line, Popsicle sticks are up. 2 to go here at Nashville. Retzlaff over Kennelly back in 1.
The gap is now to a half a second. It's all on Retzlaff right now to just run a smooth lap and bring home a victory.
He'll exit off of turn number 4. This time by, they will take the white flag. 1 more remaining. The Swag 1 to go. It is Parker Retzlaff leading the way. Final time off turn 2. Back straightaway into turn number 3. Parker Retzlaff will exit off of turn number 4. They can't catch him. He'll pull out a broomstick and sweep the McConey Setups Fall Brawl. Wins in the Legends, dominates in the Supers. Retzlaff, Kennelly, Collins, 1, 2, and 3. He was my pick to win. I wasn't going to publicly make that announcement because I didn't want him to crash as an announcer jinx, but congratulations to Parker Retzlaff. Brandon Gagnon, he gets it done here at Nashville.
Very impressive. Flag to flag in both races, dominating wins. Very impressive by Retzlaff.
And the celebration begins for the number 42 out of Rhinelander, Wisconsin. Again, the Cheesehead dominating here at Nashville. Let's take a look at the Saw Blade unofficial results for the American iRacing League sanctioned McConey Setups Fall Brawl. Parker Retzlaff picking up the victory over Robbie Kennelly. Dalton Collins will finish in second. Daniel Hendra fourth. Pete Pellini, Brandon will round out the top 5.
Kyle Fowler going ahead and picking up P number 6, while David Pollins number 7. Bladen Edwards comes through after a couple wrecks in 8th place. Travis Hoffler in 9th, and rounding out your top 10 is Eric Steele in the number 32.
And again, rounding out the top 15 when this race concludes, Chris Perry out of Durham, North Carolina. Tough break in the number 4. He will finish in the 11th position. Jeffrey Eddy struggled along the night. He'll finish in the 88th in 12th. Robert Warnes in 13th. Wesley Shiflett from Georgia, or from Tennessee, actually. The 23 car will finish 14th. And the final starter was Jeffrey Wallace in the 99. You see the other names that include Browns, Ralph, Jensen, Galaja, Ralph, and the other drivers in the rundown. They, like Payne, Warrens, Moon, and Woodard, were unable to start because they did not make it in from the heat race earlier tonight there, Brandon.
Yeah, no, it was a battle in that heat race, and we saw some good fighting for it. It actually evened out more in the feature. I thought you'd see a lot more aggressive racing, but these guys did what they wanted to do.
We're going to try to grab the top 3, at least the winner. Parker, Retzlaff, Robbie Kinley, Dalton Collins. When we come back, the Maconey Setup Shops Fall Brawl now moves into the Clan Wars Servers post-race wrap-up. When we return on your home for sim racing, LSR TV, we hope you've enjoyed this Friday night. Couple of hours of entertainment from iRacing. Clan Wars, servers, gamers, hosting gamers worldwide. It's now time on Live Sim Racing for the Clan Wars servers post-race wrap-up as the Maconey Setup Shops Fall Brawl has concluded here from the virtual Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway on your home for sim racing. Wesley Outland, Brandon Gagnon, awesome work of the production chair as always by executive producer of Live Sim Racing, Charles Wooten. And now we're going to grab our top 3 finishers. When it's all said and done, the driver of the number 21 machine, Dalton Collins, finishes on the podium in the 3rd position. Dalton Collins, again, what's your take of tonight's wild race and wheel hopping there off of Pellini with about 5 laps to go when you save your car?
Yeah, man, coming here to Nashville, it's always an interesting race no matter what you're in. But yeah, man, a lot of bumps, a lot of beating and banging, and there's really a lot of fun there. But had a blast coming here. Small, 75 lappers, awesome event you guys are putting on, and figured I'd stop by before I do my next 2 super late model races on the schedule this week, Northwest Racing Association and Swag Outlaw Super Series. So stopping by here, picking up a 3rd place, it's pretty cool.
Dalton, biggest question, was there any different groove or anything to try and save tire throughout that 75 lap race?
I mean, I'm not really the best at saving tires, and especially not here. I got to get a lot more track time and seat time here. But no, I mean, for me, I mean, we were able to, move around. I felt like, at times I felt like I was, decent on the bottom. The setup, whoever built it, McConey and those guys built a, all right setup that could run on the bottom here, especially off of 2. It was very, very bumpy. So it was nice to have that, and rolling through the bottom in 3 and 4 felt all right. The middle was, there a couple of times I felt like, but yeah, man, just try to save the best you could, and hopefully save enough for the end.
Staying out of trouble for sure. Pretty interesting race. What's the transition like going from legend cars to super late models? And even the track is different too.
Oh yeah, there's, I mean, two different cars, two different tracks. I mean, it's the same track, but 2 different configurations. But I mean, I guess Parker and Robbie would probably be the best to talk to on the legend side. But I mean, I'm more of a super guy. But I know from running those cars, from this to a legend, it is totally different. I mean, there's probably a couple things you can take from the legend car, with the car control and stuff. But this is a totally different car from that, I feel like. But I feel like there's a couple things you break over, but not much. But yeah, 2 totally different tracks. Really the quarter mile too, it's nothing like Charlotte. So especially turn 2, it took me by surprise when I first tested here. So yeah, 2 totally different cars, 2 totally different racetracks, I feel like.
So I got one more final question for you. Coming up is the E300 on Sunday. Dalton, are you considering signing up for that, man? A shot at $1,000, the first ever virtual winner of the Martinsville E300 that the NASCAR late models do every year, a grandfather clock, a big check. Could we see you on the entry list Sunday afternoon?
Man, I'm really thinking about it. I'm really want to find somebody to partner up with for that, so first save me money, and 2, hopefully I can represent somebody if at all possible. But yeah, there's a maybe a 85% chance you'll see me there. I mean, I try to catch all these races through the calendar year, so 85% chance, maybe 90% chance you see me there, but don't count it. But hey, if McConey, LSR TV, anybody wants to hop on board for it, let me know.
Gotcha, man. Thank you.
I love the plug.
Yeah, I got you, man.
I loved it. Yeah, definitely. Guys, give them some love. Give them dollar bills, y'all. Holla. Dalton Collins in the 21, 3rd place here tonight at the Nashville Speedway. 2nd place going to go to the driver of Robbie Keneally. Robbie Keneally, thank you for running with us, man. What's your take of tonight's event? And you tried everything you could to try to get around. Retzlaff just ran out of time.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely not an easy task to beat Parker. I tried the whole race, trying to save, trying different lines, but I think the cautions are what kind of screwed me there. I was hoping we could get a long run, maybe see if I saved more tires, but second, just can't thank everyone enough,
Biggest question for you. I saw you trying to adjust your line, but then I also saw Retzlaff adjust his. Were you trying to get out of that dirty air to see if you could find something to work to close in that gap?
Oh, no doubt. I was trying many different lines to see whether if I could find more speed and save more tires, but nothing seemed to work except the top 1 and 2, bottom 3 and 4.
A fun time. Hey, you've got a pretty talented car, man. I mean, you tried. It looked like to me the car was the 18 had problems going into the corner, where going into 1 and 2, where the winner, proverbially Retzlaff, had problems exiting 3 and 4, and because of those issues going in and exit of the corners, that's what kind of kept you from not being able to close in. If you could have pitted, was there ever a strategy thinking of pitting? That's one thing we noticed no one pitted. Do you think if you could have pitted, that could have changed it up?
If I could have, yes, but there was no tire limits, so.
Oh, wow. Got you. Well, listen, are you running Martinsville on Sunday? Are you thinking about it? Are you tempted?
Well, my name is on the entry list, so I'll be there.
Cool deal. All right, man. And it's Robbie Keneally, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, you see, just say it to me one time and I'll remember. Thank your sponsors, bud.
I just got to thank you guys for putting on a good show. I got to thank Wiley X Rocket Racing, David Lamb Racing, and My Dirt Box.
I like Wiley X. I used to wear their sunglasses back in the day.
Yeah, my uncle owns the company.
Oh, cool deal, man. Well, tell them to hook me up. I'll wear them around the racetrack in real life for you. Get rid of my Oakleys.
Or the virtual broadcast.
Or the virtual world, exactly. Thank you. Oh, man, Robbie Keneally, and he will be one of the drivers on the lineup, ready to go for the E300 on Sunday. Tonight, runner-up here from Nashville. And finally, pull out the broomstick, virtually, reality. He sweeps the weekend, and no, he's not cleaning the floor. He sweeps the field of everybody here tonight at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway in the McConey Setup Shop Fall Brawl. Driver out of Rhinelander, Wisconsin, Parker Ratzliff. Congratulations, bud. Man, what a show you put on.
Yeah, thank you. I was just, at the beginning of the race, I was trying to get used to the setup and everything and just saving my tires. And I feel like I didn't do as good of a job at saving as I should have, but it just stuck through.
Did you feel any pressure from behind, or did you get dialed into where you knew you had this as long as you didn't make your own mistake?
No, I was really pressured at the beginning of the race from Robbie, and I was just trying to stay calm and not make any dumb mistakes on my part and give Robbie the lead, because I felt like it was going to be really hard to pass if he got back by me.
Well, very impressive. Great driving, bud. Congratulations on the broom sweep, and well-deserved.
Thank you.
My question is this. You got some big hitters coming to Martinsville Sunday. Could you make an attempt to go for that $1,000, Parker?
I mean, I was sitting here thinking about it. I'm not on the entry list yet, but I'm thinking I might show up.
Well, you better get signed up, and if you want to swag Simulation World Auto Group and get your entries turned in, because I got a feeling we're going to have 60 cars. We're going to max out at 60, and the best of the best will battle it out through the format. Kind of just like the real deal. Qualifying, lock in top 20, last chance heat race, 2 of those, last chance race, and then the field set up. And I believe there is going to be a fan vote as well that has been added to Sunday's race. Brandon, I think that's going to make it interesting too, where the fans can be able to interact with us.
It's going to be awesome. Anytime you can get fans involved into a virtual or even real race, to be able to get somebody into a race they may have not raced into is awesome for the driver and the fans.
And you guys got a fan base, am I right? Dalton, Parker, Robbie, y'all got a fan base, right?
A little bit.
Maybe, I don't know.
There
a lot of people hate me, so
Not as much as old Parker. Not as much as ARCA driver Parker.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. It's been a fun time. We enjoyed it. And again, hopefully we'll see you Sunday. Top 3 when it's all said and done again. Dalton Collins, 3rd. Robbie Keneally in 2nd spot. Parker Retzlaff dominates and sweeps the legends and the supers here at the virtual iRacing Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Brandon Gagnon, a pleasure. It's been fun working with you, taking off that rookie stripe. What's your take of tonight's broadcast and what we saw this evening?
It was a lot of fun. Great working with you and Charles in the background with all of his lovely comments. It was great racing tonight and a lot of fun to watch. Hope to be back in the booth with you again, bud.
A lot of people don't realize all the work that goes behind what we do. We want to do a bang-up broadcast, but we also try to have fun. If we're not having fun, why the hell are we not doing it?
That's right, bud. It was awesome with you. Thank you.
For sure. It's been a fun time. And by the way, thanks again to Jeff McConey, Billy and Rhonda Smith, Swag. And again, when it's all said and done, thank you for broadcasting this event on LSR TV. Man, Parker Retzlaff dominates the legends, the supers here at Nashville. A lot of them getting ready for the American iRacing League Series. It'll crank up very, very soon. They sanctioned this event. Thanks again to Tyler Payne. We hope you'd enjoy it. God bless you all. Thanks for joining us on this Friday night here for the McConey Setup Shops Fall Brawl on your home for sim racing. And again, stay tuned Sunday for the inaugural Martinsville Speedway E300. For executive producer and director tonight, Charles Wooten. For Brandon Gagnon, I'm Wesley Outland. God bless you all. Thanks for joining us for the Fall Brawl. Keep on praying for America, and we'll see you Sunday from Martinsville, as it's going to be wild. The race for the clock, $1,000, the E300. You better sign up before time runs out.
This broadcast is the copyrighted work of LSR TV and may not be rebroadcast, retranslated, or used in any form without the express written consent of 52 Media LLC and iRacing.com Motorsports Simulations. LSR TV would like to thank you for your support, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast.